Hang on. Hang on. Where are you, Tom? Where are you? There we are. There we are. Here we are. All right. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. Oh, guys, please, please. Come on. Come on. Come on. All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you. What's the Haps? It's your boy Munchlax Attacks, and this is What's the Haps Lite, a late night talk show where things get real light. Today, my special guest is none other than What's the Haps uh, co-founder Tom. Tom, thank you for being here tonight.
Hi, thank you for having me. So
Oh
excited.
man,
It's been so long.
oh man, it's we're gonna have fun. So before we really get into things, I just want to go over just like what this is. This is a, a, a special take on our already established podcast, What's the Haps. Make sure to check that out. It's in playlist. What's the Haps? Yeah. So it's a late night talk show, more of a more of a late night talk show than a podcast itself. We're gonna have rotating guests, just one on one talk time with me and whomever. Tom's doing a thing. He's doing a thing. What's he doing?
I tried to be a rotating guest, but I got tangled up in my headphone wire.
I think you got your message across. Tom, I am so glad to have you on. I'm so glad to be here, and I'm so glad that you're all watching. Which reminds,
The whole gang.
I'm getting chat set up. This is live, so it's not just late night. It is live. We're live right now.
I want to look at the chat. How do we get people to know
All
that we're
right.
doing
Well, I'm gonna send this to literally everybody I know.
this? That's a great idea.
Yep. 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 Let's see. I'm gonna send that to
Oh, I see
her.
it. What's the Haps live? Oh, there we
Him.
are.
Him. They're all getting it. Every last one of them. I'm gonna send it to my dad. Maybe my dad'll show up. Who knows?
There's a slight delay, but
Yeah, there's around like a 20 some odd second delay.
yeah, that's cool.
Before we get into things tonight, I don't even know who you are. Who is this person in my phone? Alright, I sent that to as many people as I could.
Excellent.
Tom, how are you feeling tonight, my dude?
Fantastic. I feel great.
You feel great. That is just so good to hear. All right. So first off, we're gonna have some fun with AI. It's a classic portion of the podcast. I gotta get the chat back up right quick. This is
Okay.
Luke Scott. So the prompt was Luke Skywalker and the Joker getting into a tickle fight.
Okay. Well, all right. Now, see, I say this every time we do this, but don't just immediately say what the prompt was. I want to have to guess.
My bad. I just got so gosh darned excited.
I wasn't gonna say tickle fight, but it does look like they're really getting along.
Yeah, it kind of sends some like mixed messages.
Yeah, it's
It's
weird.
like, hey man, I love you, but I'll give you one, bud.
Now that I think about it, it didn't even occur to me that the Joker does not normally have a lightsaber.
Right? Like I find it hilarious how they just gave him one.
Yeah.
And it's also blue, which is typically Jedi color.
Yeah. You can't really see. It looks like maybe with Luke's left hand, he might
Yeah,
be.
he looks like he
might.
could be reaching around there a little bit.
He could be tickling. Yeah. Oh, that's good.
All
I
right,
like that
next.
they're like happily gazing at one another's faces. That's nice.
This next one we got. Oh, you tell me what this is in reference to, or
I mean, I hate it. I mean, it definitely looks. I obviously it's that fucking piece of shit that I hope dies soon. In a action movie or some kind of setting.
what specific action movie?
Are you gonna say is it gonna be John Wick?
No,
Um,
he's got the glasses on. Think about that.
The Matrix?
Yes.
Oh, that explains all the like shell casings in the air. The Matrix
This
loves
is
doing that.
Donald Trump dodging bullets as if he was in the Matrix.
In the Matrix.
All right. Next, we have this little gem here.
Okay. Well, it's clearly, I would say,
What is it?
I would say Boba Fett, but it could just be a or the Mandalorian. But shopping for fruit, I mean, it's specifically fruit, and he's pointing at the grapes, like, like,
Are
do,
these fresh enough?
do you think? What do you think about these grapes? Maybe we should get some of these, huh?
You think he's? You think there's someone off screen talking to him?
Yeah, like he's on he has like a cooking show, and like beforehand they do the whole like going to get the ingredients we need. And
Oh, so this is like a TikTok right now, is what you think
yes,
is happening.
yes, it's like a Mandalorian TikTok cooking show, and right now he's picking out his fruit, and he's considering, or he's saying, now this is what we really came here for: purple grapes.
Purple grapes. All right, so the prompt was, I don't remember specifically, but along the lines of Mandalorian shopping for groceries.
Okay, that makes sense.
If you notice this like yellow fruit up here to the right,
Oh yeah,
it's got a weird mouth.
it's like the end of a banana, but it's like mango shaped.
I'd also accept Boba Fett shopping for produce.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Aw, I wish Danny DeVito would earn a bunch of medals.
That was more or less the prompt. Danny DeVito gets the Medal of Honor.
Medal of Honor. I
I
like it.
I think this was this so like I'm using Meta, a shout out to Meta AI. I'm using Meta AI
See, it's
to
that's
create the
important.
images. And honestly, you look back at our old podcast episodes of What's the Haps, you look at our fun with AI. This stuff, it's evolving, man. It's getting a lot better.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the other ones were,
Yeah,
grotesque.
yeah. No, you got. But now it's like, oh, there's a dude in the background that looks like a real person.
Right.
That's a real human being right there.
Yeah, freaky.
I'm fixing my tie. I want people to know that I'm wearing a tie right now.
Robbie's wearing a tie.
I'm wearing a tie. This is
being a talk show host.
I'm a talk show host. The only thing I'm missing is like an actual audience, a working green screen, and a soundboard. That'd be nice.
And like a band.
A guy in the corner that I can just like reaffirm that all my jokes are funny to. All right.
I guess that is what those guys always. That's what they were there for.
Oh, I can't remember his name. Anyways, moving on.
There was a bunch of them.
This is our guy. This is
Oh,
our robot that loves the water.
yeah, he lives in the water. Somebody caught the metal man magnet fishing, and the robot said,
Put me back in.
"Put me back in."
It's a
Like this.
super hilarious
I
inside
wasn't
joke.
done yet.
Oh, sorry.
Very much an inside joke from the
Very
restaurant. Yes.
But this is what I got. The first prompt. I I have a few of this specific robot. Our boy, our guy. Did we ever land on a name for this fella?
No, I don't think so.
I think the easiest route to go would be Aquabot,
Sure.
because it kind of sounds like acrobat, but Aquabot.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy caught him. He caught him.
I love the look on the guy's face.
Like, what did I just catch? And he's like, put me back
Put me
in.
back in. That one's my favorite so far.
Oh, it gets better. It gets better. We end up circling back to closer to the original design, and now he's fighting an alligator.
Oh, nice. Looks like he's gonna win.
Of course, that's our guy. That's our guy.
Yeah, he definitely. That guy is like a lot more like a tough guy muscle robot than I was picturing.
Than this
Yeah,
guy.
see, more like he's like a little more of a shrimpy kind of. He just likes to be down under the water, doing something.
But he's fueled by the water.
Yeah, yeah,
He's territorial of his water.
true. And that's a very, very swampy environment, which I'm always partial to swampy environments.
Tom, we have a few people in the chat. We have a few people watching right now. If you have any message before we go on any further.
Actually, while I'm looking, I don't know who Tristan is, but they said hi. Hi, Tristan.
Isn't that nice of our special guest to be so loving and caring to our viewers? All right, moving on. I think this is our last one. Can you? What is this, Tom?
Now, here's the thing. I haven't known who a professional basketball player is since like the late '90s.
But if
I
you had to
know.
guess who these guys are,
I'm gonna say it's probably Kobe and LeBron.
so the prompt was LeBron James being haunted by Kobe Bryant's ghost.
I know, didn't one of them died in real life, right?
Yeah, Kobe Bryant died in
Kobe Bryant died.
horrible airplane crash.
Yeah, that's
All right,
right.
R.I.P. R.I.P. But yeah, no, you can hear this image. You can hear Kobe's ghostly wails, and you can see the distress on LeBron James' face.
I feel like he looks not distressed, but like determined.
No, I'd say that he knows that Kobe's right behind him.
Tristan says, "Bro, that's not Kobe."
That no, it's not Kobe. It's the ghost of Kobe.
Ghost B.
Anyways, he's traumatized at the matter. All right, moving on. Okay, we're gonna cut to a quick ad break. All right.
Okay.
All right. Let me see real quick.
I'm leaving you because I'm in love with a dish machine.
Wow.
And that was the first episode for Dishwasher Diaries. Where'd you go?
It looks like Jay's just trying to work in the middle of all that.
Yeah, I had to I'm struggling with this right now. Oh goodness.
It
Goodness
looks super
gracious.
grilled.
I'm struggling over here. There we go. Alright. 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 Let's go back to start. So what you guys just saw was it's a short form parody of a soap opera, and it's called Dishwasher Diaries. And each episode of What's the Haps Lite, we're gonna show you one or two episodes of this soap opera that I am creating at work. Soap being the key word, because washing dishes needs a little soap. You get a little soapy. We're gonna work on that. We're gonna work real hard on that, and we're gonna get much better than what I just gave you. But yeah, I'm writing it all up. I'm filming it. That was Tom. That was take one.
Oh, you guys nailed it. You know, I would have had to guess like maybe 30, 40 takes of that.
No, that was the first take, man. And
so, what I gathered is that you are gonna marry the dish machine.
no,
And
I am leaving. So this was Robert and Lynette, played by Maya, is trying to leave Robert because she suspects that Robert's in love with the dish machine. To which Robert pulls out an Uno reverse card. Nah, bitch, nah, I am leaving you because I'm in love with the dish machine.
But isn't that what she suspected?
Yeah, but he's leaving. He pulled the Uno reverse card. He's leaving her.
Right, but didn't you say that she thinks that he's leaving her for the dish
No,
machine?
she thinks that I'm in love with the dish machine. And that's
Yeah,
why
but then-
she initially tries to leave me.
Yeah, but then she's right.
Well, yeah, but at that point it doesn't really matter because I'm leaving her.
For the dish machine, though.
Yes.
Okay.
My character, not me specifically, my character is romantically involved with a dish machine.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So that's where that's heading. Yeah, let me check my papers here.
One time, I had a job where I used to have to clean the bathrooms like really frequently all the time, and I wrote a love song about getting married to a bathroom years ago.
I think that maybe I need to get you on as a writer. All right, moving on. We have just a trope of the podcast itself that I'm trying to retire. Hopefully for the last time, but I doubt it. Pokemon, real
Real
or
or
fake?
fake. All right.
All right, first up we have this little fella right here.
See, this is going to be difficult because in the past, there were other people, off of whom to bounce, ideas and thoughts. Now I'm
You
just
can
kind
bounce off of me, guy.
Yeah, but you know the answer.
You look so fancy with your martini glass.
That's the way to do it.
You know what? I have faith in your judgment, and I want to hear your thought process. This guy. Is this a real guy or a fake guy?
Don't you normally say what his name is?
Normally I would. I think towards the end
Okay.
we stopped doing that.
Okay. Hi, kitty. My instinct says, although, why would it just carry a sword around? It looks like it can't use the sword.
Why wouldn't it be able to use the sword?
Because a sword is, you need like a hand.
He's got a mouth.
It's just, it would be so difficult to hit somebody with a sword with it in your mouth.
Yeah, but at the same time, that
The cat wants the martini. You can't have it.
think
yawned.
think think of how that cat would have a sword in its mouth. See, it's
It wouldn't
doing just
be
fine.
able to use it. It
It's
wouldn't be able to use it. Also,
it's
it
cutting
has
stuff
swords.
all over the place.
It has swords in its hands. My instinct was that that's a real Pokemon, but then I second guessed myself with the sword mouth.
Or the mouth
But
sword.
I feel like you should go with your gut. But I don't know, the sword in the mouth. I'm gonna say fake Pokemon, just because of it's carrying around. Maybe unless it's carrying somebody else's sword for them, it's not gonna be able to use that sword effectively. So fake Pokemon.
Final answer.
Yes, final answer.
Dom, this is a real Pokemon. This is not only a real Pokemon, this is a box art legendary.
Box art legendary.
So like when you buy, there are 2 copies normally, like red, blue, gold, silver, ruby, sapphire, and you have the legendary Pokemon, the box arts. Your cat's in the background.
I know, and you can't see, but he's about to open the door by himself. He gets his, you can't really see.
Anyways, this is the box art legendary from Pokemon Sword and Shield. And he does very well with the sword.
Okay.
And there was in terms of lore, there is like a hero, like a great hero that saved the day. But it turns out it was just the Pokemon. So yeah, he rocks that sword. His signature move being Behemoth Blade.
Ooh.
When it's got the sword out, it's a steel fairy type.
Okay.
All right, moving on.
Now I gotta swing this door shut behind the cats. So I'm not
Sure
making
thing,
too much
doggy.
noise down here.
Silly cat. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Are you still watching the video? Well, make sure you hit that like button. Comment something down below. And make sure you're subscribed. Otherwise, I won't be able to feed my wife and kids. Hey there, bud.
Okay.
All right, next Mon. Or is it?
Or is it?
This guy, this little fellow over here.
I feel like I've seen that thing before. And it looks like if I had to imagine a Pokemon, it would look like that.
If someone told you to draw a Pokemon, do you think you could draw this?
I would probably draw something like a half-assed Pikachu if I had to draw a Pokemon, but...
Whenever I ask AI to make an image of anything Pokemon related, literally all I get is some Pikachu looking motherfucker.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Every time. But do you think that this is a real Pokemon, that someone drew this and said this should be a Pokemon? Or do you think it's a fake Pokemon that someone just drew up and thought, hey, this should be a Pokemon? I asked you the same question twice.
I'm going to say fake, but only because on all 3 feet, there's like 3 claws, and on that front left one, there's 2. So I'm going to say fake.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Thomas, this is not a real Pokemon.
Yes.
There you go. You're on the board, bud. Next up.
Wrong toe. Oh, look at that thing.
I honestly never noticed that toe. Like, I feel like someone definitely drew that, but that's like an AI mistake right there.
Or like forgot to like color in something. I don't know, yeah.
And it just kind of feels lazy over here, like it's just a flap. Like a flipper. I'll just...
Yeah.
Not talking any shit about the design. I mean, kind of a little bit, but, What about this? What about this feller?
That thing is weird. You know what? I need to go back to my original plan of how to play this game, which is whether or not I would want to hang out with that thing. And that one definitely I want to hang out with. It looks like it has like... Well, number one, it has like those dinosaurs like that have that weird thing on their head.
Yes,
It
one of
kind of has
those
that,
things.
and it also has very. It looks like I don't know. It's very like thick and like I can imagine squeezing it, and it would feel like a chicken drumstick kind of, you know.
I love that description. Go on.
And for that reason, it also looks like it has a good attitude. It looks like it probably hops around and makes like a chirping noise or something. And so I would like to hang out with it. Yes, I'm gonna say real Pokemon.
Final answer.
Yeah,
You know, you can switch this up anytime.
sticking with real. Would hang out with, yes, real.
It's not a real Pokemon.
God damn it, I would hang out with it though.
Yeah, you know what? I honestly I agree with that sentiment. And honestly, I love your reasonings. Would I hang out with this Pokemon? Would I have a beer with this Pokemon?
That's a good point. I don't think that Pokemon should drink a beer.
Why?
I don't know. It looks like it's like 2 years old.
Or it could be level 21.
That's true.
Ba-dum bum ba-dum bow. Bow bow. Ba-dum bum ba-dum. Bow bow. Bow bow
This is
bow
when you
bow.
really need
Cheers.
you
Cheers.
really need that guy off the side of the
Clink.
stage to like confirm that yes, your joke was funny.
Hey, I tell you what, once this podcast becomes successful enough,
What? That's gonna be me.
uh, no, I mean, it could be. Who knows?
We'll get one of those people,
We'll get one of those guys.
and they'll be at your house, sitting always just off screen, and they're not allowed to say anything unless you need like a little backup. If nobody laughs at your joke, you just pan over to the person who's been sitting there silently the whole time.
What about this fella?
That one I've seen before, man.
How? How have you ever seen this in a day in your life?
I think you've like, I feel like all of these you've like shown me before in the past.
No. Because I would never be as lazy to recycle old images.
It's so they all are so equally likely to be real poking men. Like
Poking men.
that.
Look at his little hands, though. Look at his little hands.
Yeah, I like his little hands.
And his
And
little
two,
feet that look like it has pants that are too big for it.
yeah, it's got like bell bottoms, like velvet bell bottoms, and two tails is a cool look.
Are those tails?
I would think so. And the sort of cryptic looking gemstone sort of structure growing on its head. That's interesting. I'm assuming there's like some kind of story behind that.
There could be, maybe.
That's leading me to think it's a real guy, but the two tails feels like
Why need that many tails, you know?
right. It's like we've already done a bunch of them, and it'll have one tail. Like, hear me out on this. I know you're gonna call me crazy, but what about? Wait for it. Two of them.
Tom, I need you to never make that voice ever again. Please and thank you.
um, I'm gonna say because of the weird structure on the head, that's leading me towards real. Two tails is leading me towards fake, but I think I'm gonna say real.
Tom, final answer.
Yeah, real Pokemon.
This is a real Pokemon.
Yes.
This is a paradox form of a legendary Pokemon called Suicune. It's the box legendary for Pokemon Crystal. Fun little factoid, that little thing on its head, that little is embedded into the back of the copies of Japanese cartridges of Pokemon Crystal. It's not in the American ones. Doesn't have that cool little design on the back of the cartridge. The Japanese ones do, and it is sick. And I want to get myself one.
Look how perceptive. Remember when I said the crystalline structure probably has some kind of story associated with it?
I want I want people to get in the comments and say, let me know if Tom did use the word crystalline or any variation of. Let me know in the comments down below.
I definitely did.
Are you
And
keeping
it's great.
are you keeping track of points?
No.
Tom, no, I'm just kidding. You got 2 points.
It says there are 3 people in the chat. One of them is me.
One of them's me, and the other one is
It must be Tristan still, although they
maybe you don't know. Don't no, next up
Drop
this
another
guy.
joke. Whoa! I love that guy.
What do you think of this fella here?
Oh man. Oh, he's too goofy to be a. Oh, but is he too goofy to be a real Pokemon? Oh, I don't know. I really like that one. That's a definite hangouter. I want to hang out with him for sure. A lot
But
of attitude.
what is his like little? Oh God, I'm crab walking here. Don't those look like punching bags? Don't you think he looks like a mean drunk?
Yeah, to a degree, but I don't know. There's an element of like, how do I just? He's kind of like the feisty little buddy that like every friend group needs, you know?
Rather have a hot head than to have some cold feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where are you landing on this, Tom?
God, it doesn't look like a real Pokemon, but I do want to hang out with it. And I think the fact that it does look so sort of unusual in its art style, it's very different. It has a very different personality than the ones we've been seeing so far tonight, which leads me to believe that it is a real Pokemon.
Final answer.
Final answer, real Pokemon.
Yeah, it is.
It's probably called like Poncho Crab or like, Tony the Puncher.
Crab Brawler. Crab Brawler.
Okay, Puncho Crab is pretty fucking close.
And funny enough, its animation is literally like
Oh, perfect.
he looks like he's about to fuck you up. Moving on, our next little guy here.
Whoa. Oh man.
Pokemon, real or fake?
It's so pleasant looking.
It's pleasant looking.
But like confusing in a way.
Those eyes could do no wrong, right?
Yeah, but like what's on the top of its head? Is it like that looks like a macaroni and cheese noodle that somebody dipped in chocolate on both ends. And I don't want that.
Why?
Chocolate and macaroni and cheese? Get out of here.
Chocolate and cheese. That's like you get like a cheese a fountain.
Yeah, but not with chocolate as well. Oh boy, I don't know. Oh man, it looks like it looks like a representative for some kind of fruit-based dessert.
Are you telling me you want to hang out with this little bird fellow?
I do want to hang out with it, and I do want to try whatever dessert it's selling. But I feel like it's a fake Pokemon, but I gotta go with the real. I'll buy the dessert on that real Pokemon.
Final answer.
Yeah, but I know it's wrong.
Then say that's not your final answer.
Okay, fake Pokemon.
Alright, yeah, it's a fake Pokemon.
Yes. God damn, I'm so good at this.
I was a little biased. I didn't want you to throw that point away. It didn't make sense. You're like, I know it's fake, but I'm gonna go with the real. I'm like, then go with fake. Oh, we got this fella next.
I mean, somebody basically just drew a happy manatee.
Is it happy?
Looks like it.
It could be scared. It could be angry. It doesn't have eyebrows. How is this supposed to convey emotion in the eyes?
That's a good question. I think it's a happy manatee.
A happy manatee?
And if I had to think of anything, like if I had never heard of Pokemons, and like I hadn't really, I mean I know they are.
Yeah,
And
you get the basic gist of what a Pokemon is.
And if I said, "What's that Pokemon that you're talking about?" Like, and they were like, "Yeah, it's like a happy manatee or something," I'd be like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense."
What would you name it?
Habitee. I don't know why it has those weird sort of camouflagey pattern.
Maybe it's hunted.
I think that's a
Predatory prey and predators is like a serious thing in Pokemon lore. You have Pokemon that literally feed off of another Pokemon.
I'm gonna say that's a real Pokemon.
Is that your final answer, Tom?
Yeah, final answer, real Pokemon.
This is a fake Pokemon.
God damn it.
I fooled you. I made you a damn fool. A damn fool, I say. But no, like, predatory Pokemon is a real thing. Like, you got bird Pokemon eating little fish guys like Magikarp. You got your snake and mongoose combo is in Seviper and Zangoose.
Alright, I get it.
Typical. And this is our last one of the night. What are your thoughts? Let me know.
My thoughts are that they've combined the external appearance of one of the more traditionally friendly bugs, and then that belies sort of the unpleasant, sharp, stabby nature of one of the least lovable bugs, the wasp or hornet. My guess is that this thing practices an act of deception, and then when you least expect it, it goes like, "Really, I suck." And so I think real because of that, because of the layers.
The layers to it.
Yeah, that's a real one.
Final answer.
Final answer, real, and it's probably called something like Fako Sting or something.
Fako Sting?
Yeah.
It's like I'm doing Pokemon real or fake. I'm gonna choose the one with fake in its name.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
This is a real Pokemon.
Yes. Does it do that? Does it do what I said?
No, it's more like UFO based.
Oh, I wouldn't have guessed that.
It's called Orbeetle.
Okay.
When it Gigantamaxes, it literally just becomes a giant UFO. But it is a bug psychic type. He's a neat little fella there. Neat little fella.
It is. I like it. And what was it called? Orbeetle?
Orbeetle.
Yeah, that's cool. And it's like a spacecraft bug.
It's a UFO.
Yeah, it's a UFO.
Like, when it Gigantamaxes, it literally just turns into a big UFO with the fucking the beam and everything.
Cool.
He's a silly little guy. And that was...
I'm back in 2 seconds. I gotta grab a beer.
Okay, hurry up, because we're about to finish up here.
I'm not going far.
How far is Tom going? Find out tonight. Alright, that wasn't very far. Alright, Tom, I want to ask you something that I'm going to ask each and every one of my guests.
Okay.
That very well could be a lie. I'm probably going to ask
4 people there now.
A different question each and every time. Tom?
Yeah.
What do you think about social media affecting zeitgeist and how said zeitgeist affects the socio-economic standpoint of our country as a whole. What are your thoughts? How do you feel?
I mean, social media plays a huge role in modern society and politics. I mean, when do you find out that evil fascists have destroyed the United States government? You find out about it on Twitter.
I
You know?
think it's called X now.
Yeah, I know. I know. Like, the Nazis themselves go on social media and say, "Hey, we're Nazis, and you don't have rights anymore." So it's, I think social media is pretty fucking important when you consider that as the primary means of the conveyance of information.
And isn't that crazy to think about? Like, try and tell me that Elon didn't know what he was doing. Like, when you own, like, the most racist website, the most Nazi website, like you try and tell me he didn't know. You own that website, dog. You know.
No, and nobody's pretending not to know. It's not. They don't have to be covert anymore. They have the power. That's it.
Getting political on our silly little talk show.
Well, you asked me about the zeitgeist and social media, and you know,
It's a good time. But no,
I
we're
think
gonna wrap things up here. Tom,
it needs to be talked about in every context. At the grocery store, we should be talking about revolution. In our silly podcast, we should be talking about revolution.
you know what
Walking
movie
down the sidewalk.
you know what movie I watched today? Talladega Nights: The Ballad of Ricky Bobby.
That's a funny movie.
Anarchy, anarchy. I don't know what it means, but I love it. All right, Tom. Is there any final notes you'd like to say to all the viewers out there?
Yes, sic semper tyrannis. Thus always to tyrants, and by thus I mean death to the fascists, and they're not going to win.
Because losers lose, and we're winners, right, Charlie? Dragon's blood, or was it cheetah blood? What sort of blood did Charlie Sheen have?
Oh, I think it was cheetah. I don't know. I don't remember really.
Let us know down in the comments below. Tom, thank you so much for being on. Next week, I don't know, but we're going to have someone, and it's going to be rad. This is a Wraps on the Haps.
Oh, okay. Bye. And bye, Tristan. Good question. Thank you for asking about World War II.